Hello everyone, in today's video I am going to do a ombre and some line work. I'm starting out with this neon orange. It's like a neon pastel orange. And I'm going to ombre that with a neon pink. And I'm just painting that on with the polish bottle brushes. And then I'm going to take a gel brush, quite a large gel brush. This says it's a number 8. I don't know if that's a universal number 8. I'm not sure how gel brushes work. But this is a large gel brush and I'm just lightly swiping down the center of the nail to blend the two colors together. Then I'm also swiping over the rest of the nail because if I just blend the center, it takes away some of the polish. So the polish at the center of the nail will be very thin and then the polish at the side walls of the nail would be thicker, and eventually I would have thick side walls and a thin center of the nail, if you're understanding what I'm saying. Sometimes I use just the polish bottle brushes to do my ombres, and to be honest that probably gives me a smoother gradient, but today I'm using a gel brush. So once I did my first layer I cured it, and then I'm going in with a second coat of the same colours, placing it on just as before, trying to get nice and close to the cuticle. I got a little bit too close to the cuticle there and flooded it a little bit, but don't worry, clean that up. And again taking my gel brush and swiping lightly down the centre of the nail. Now I end up covering up most of this ombre, so I don't really know why I did an ombre. If you are recreating this look, probably just don't do the ombre, just do one of the neon colours underneath and it'd look very, very similar, if not identical. But I did an ombre, but what I'm saying is because I'm going to be putting stuff on top of this, it doesn't need to be a perfect blend. So I think that was my second coat is cured, and now I'm going in with my third coat of ombre and repeating the same steps. I do find with ombre that you probably need to do 1 or 2 more layers than you would if you were just doing a one colour of the same colours that you're using, because as you blend it tends to take away some of the pigment. That's just what I find. I don't know, it might be different for you or for your product. Once I'm finally happy with my blend, I cure it in my light for 30 seconds. Curing times do vary depending on your product and also your lamp. Now taking a shimmery colour. It's a shimmery polish, but it's also got some larger holographic glitters in. Not large glitters, but larger than the shimmer. I almost wish it didn't have the glitter in. I quite like the shimmer on this. Adding a shimmer polish on top of your ombres is a really good way to hide if your blend isn't 100% perfect, but it's also, I just really like shimmery polishes, so that's why I put this on. This shimmery polish, the larger glitters in it are not completely smooth. They are pretty smooth, but not smooth enough for me when I want to do line work on top of them. So I'm going in with my top coat and just putting a layer of that on and curing. I cured the shimmer polish and now I'm curing the top coat. Then I'm going to wipe off the tacky layer and I'm going to give that a buff because I'm going to go in and do some nail art. I'm taking my long striping brush. This is from the Wish set, the 3-piece set. I did a review on them and a demo of them with some nail art 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago. I'll link that in the cards and in the description. But I'm just taking that and some black gel polish and I am doodling on my nails. I don't really have a plan. I'm just going in and going for it. I normally like to do my line work with a gel paint, but I thought I'd switch it up and do gel polish this time. Can't say I loved the experience, but it worked. It's alright. I do switch to my smaller length brush to fill in large areas. I am cleaning up as I go with my cleanup brush. It's just a small gel brush and I've got some isopropyl alcohol on it. I am curing as I go as well. After I cured that center section, I'm going in and adding some more lines. And again, I'm cleaning as I go. I tend to do 1 or 2 lines and then flash cure it. Obviously cleaning up before I flash cure it, because once it's cured, you can't clean it up. Now, one thing about doing the ombre background, it means you can't go back in with your background color to clean up the lines. So you kind of have to be better with your application if you don't have just a flat background color. I would normally do all my lines and then go back in with my base color to neaten up anywhere that needs it. But because I've got the ombre and the shimmer underneath, I can't do that. Here I am just doing some more lines, connecting those 2 endpoints of those lines. I did find that either my center line was crooked or this line here that I'm painting right now is off, because I had more space on the pink side than I did on the orange side, and that did frustrate me a little bit. But it was really just a doodle nail, just to get in there and use the brush and see what I could come up with, and just keep practicing. Sometimes I just like to paint on nails. Even though I only did 1 finger, I just like to paint. That center horizontal line I put in there, I actually end up going over that in future steps, so it was really unnecessary. I do like to outline nails that have a lot of line work on. I think it really finishes off the look and completes it. Oh, I have a question. Do you prefer your videos to be really zoomed in like this? Like this is a tight zoom and you can see every single mistake, possibly even more mistakes than I can see. Do you prefer this angle, or would you prefer I zoomed out a little bit and, well, my lines would look more perfect? And I don't know, maybe, I don't know, just do you think I'm too zoomed in, or do you like to be this up close and personal with my nail art? I'm now taking a silver polish because I wasn't happy with that large black area at the top of the nail, and I also didn't like the center part. I felt like it was too, like, I don't know, everything else seemed very angular and diagonal, but the center was, I don't know, it was too, just not to my liking. So I'm covering up with glitter. If you don't like something, cover it up with glitter. That's a good motto to have in life. It took me a while to decide which areas of the nail I wanted to add glitter on, and I'm not sure whether adding the glitter to these side parts was a good idea or not, but I did it. Like I said, this is just a play around nail. There's not really, it was for no purpose other than to play and have a bit of fun on my nail. So I cured that for like a half cure, maybe 15 to 20 seconds, so that I had a nice tacky layer to go in with this glitter here. This is Lola from Magpie Beauty. This is one of my favorite glitters. I love a classic silver holographic. And then after I brushed off the excess glitter, I'm just going in with my top coat again and coating that on. Then once the top coat is cured, I'm going in and outlining the glitter just where it's gone over the edges and just perfecting all the lines in general. I'm flash curing even more often at this point because I have the tacky layer of my top coat on the nail. The gel polish moves around faster than it does on a matte surface. On a matte surface the gel doesn't move too much, but on a tacky surface it does move more. So I'm flash curing every single line rather than every other line at this point. I'm just going over any lines that are not quite as pigmented as I want them to be, or anywhere that the glitter has gone over where it shouldn't, just trying to neaten up everything. I then decided to add some lines in this center part because I felt like it was too open, and I did at this point think, oh, I should have done a diamond design on this, but I didn't. And I just did 2 overlapping triangles. Are they triangles? They're not really triangles. What do you call them? I don't know. You can see what I'm doing. Some diagonal lines on the nail. And then I did another top coat, and I make sure to try and perfect the shape of the nail at this point. So any low points I try and fill in with the top coat so that I have a nice smooth finish. And I do turn my nail over so that gravity can help my top coat move into the right position away from the sidewalls and give me a more defined apex. I'm showing you the side angle just so that you can see that although we have a lot of layers of polish on this nail, we have 3 layers of ombre, we have at least 3 layers of top coat, and then all of the glitter and line work in there. So there is a lot of polish on here, but you can see that the shape, the structure of my nail is still there from the side angle, and the nail is not overly bulky or thick. I did work in nice thin layers, so that's why I'm able to do 6+ layers of polish and it's still not a thick nail. I love, 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 love this glitter. It's just so sparkly and just fun to watch. Sometimes I'll catch myself when I'm wearing this glitter just watching my finger move in the light. It's very pretty. Some of these lines are a little thicker than I would like, and the lines on the pink side, especially on the upper pink side near the cuticle, are not perfect. But like I said, if I had a flat base color, I would have gone in and perfected those with a base color. Like I would have gone in and perfected those lines, but sadly I couldn't because of the ombre. And again, you can hardly see the ombre, so it was a little bit pointless, but I did it. And I like the ombre just on its own as well, even without the line work. I like to do nails like this so that I can practice my line work technique. And it just, I don't know, just doing random designs, like there was nothing that inspired this. It was just, I'm going to paint some lines on my nail and go for it. And this is what turned out. Sometimes it's fun to just doodle on your nail. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble now. So thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you go over and follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.